Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, Daddyrawk here. I thought I'd do a little video on multi-gaming consoles and kind of the Daddyrawk setup. So, I've seen a lot of videos like this out there, so I thought I would share mine. And keep in mind, I just work with what I have. I'm not looking for the absolute best quality. It's just kind of using everything I have and just having fun with it. So first I'll start out with, I have a 32-inch Samsung LCD TV. It's got two HDMI ports, 1 and 2. It's got 2 component AV inputs, and it has coaxial. And then for audio out, all it has is an optical audio out. So if you didn't catch that, rewind the video and listen to it again. So we'll start out with my HDMI 1 port is connected to my Xbox One. Then I have my HDMI 2 port connected to my Xbox 360. I keep this one out here because I use this one the most for all my other Netflix, YouTube, all that kind of stuff too. So I kind of like to have the other consoles underneath, and this one is the one that gets used the most. Now for the AV ends, my component 1, I have the original Xbox down here. And my component 2, AV2, I have the PlayStation 2. Now for the coaxial, I have my 3 retro gaming systems. I have the Super Nintendo up on the top there, the regular NES, the original, and then I have the Sega Genesis down below. I use just the regular RF box that they all came with. I daisy chain all 3 of them together and connect it to the back of the TV through the coaxial, which I know you can get better quality out of, you know, whether you're going components and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not looking for HD quality. I'm just looking to be able to play games and revisit the past and have fun when it comes to the retro games. Now, that being said, I want all my systems going through my receiver that I have here. You can see it's a Sherwood receiver. Now, this is an older receiver, so all it has is RCA for audio in, but my TV only has optical out for audio. That is probably a problem for many people out there that are like, what the heck? I just want to plug my Turtle Beach headset in, you know, to the back of my TV, and I can't because it's optical. Well, to get around that little problem, I'll pull my TV out here. My phone is not the best camcorder, but I'm doing my best. Now, to get around that, I went and purchased one of these on Amazon. It was probably like 20 bucks, maybe 25, something like that. It's an optical to RCA converter. So you just come right out of your TV with the little optical cable, plugs into that. This has to be powered. It has a power supply. And then it goes right to RCA, red and white, left and right. Now, this looks kind of funny because I have my Turtle Beach plugged into the back of here, my headset, and then I have on top of that daisy-chained RCA that comes over into my receiver, and then from my receiver goes to the stereo speakers that I have here. If I could back up a little bit, maybe you could see. It's hard. Anyway, stereo speakers, big old tall old stereo speakers, love them, 1 on each side. They crank, it's good. The Daddyrawk approves. So that little converter back there is awesome. It's the way to go. For your Turtle Beach headset, I use your, you know, cheap run-of-the-mill Turtle Beach. I mean, it's just the times 12. But where I'm getting audio from back there, with that little converter box, any audio that comes out of my TV is going to come out of these. So if I want to wear Turtle Beach and crank out on, you know, the old NES, I can wear these, and they work. For every system, anything that's going to come out of your TV is going to come out of your headphones. Now, for game chat, which would only be the Xbox One and the Xbox 360, I can still use these because the game chat has the, you know, obviously it would plug into a 360 controller because it's meant for that. But the Xbox One, those of you that don't know or whatever, I know they're coming out with a new controller, but this little thing on the bottom of my controller, when you buy that, it comes with this, so you can go from the little Xbox 360 mini plug to a regular stereo, plug into there, and your 360 headset works just fine, and you would, that's all you need. I mean, I can even use my, boy, lighting is not good. Here, let's just focus on this. You can even use the cheapo headset from the 360 that came with it and use it on the Xbox One, and your game sound and game chat will both come through the single earpiece because your game sound comes through the Xbox One controller. But other than that, I use these Turtle Beach because it's plugged into the back of my TV with that little converter box. Is awesome. Now, people say, you know, retro game consoles, you don't want to do it on, you know, the LCD TVs, you know, quality, this and that. I mean, granted, I think the quality is just fine on here, but, you know, light gun games, they don't work. So, I have an older style TV tossed off to the side here. I can back up a little bit. The lighting is not good, but I got another TV over here. Now, I splice off from the back of my TV right before you got the RF boxes coming up, and before I plug into the back of my TV, I put a little splice so I can run into the back of this TV and then run another cable over to this TV. And I will show a small example of that, of why I do that. So for starters, we'll just show off, you know, our little systems here. We'll go here, we'll come down, we'll go HDMI 1. This is, as soon as that goes away, this is the Xbox One. I'm not signed in or anything, but this is Xbox One. HDMI 2. We're back to Xbox 360. We go down to AV1. We have a cutscene going on right here of Silent Hill 2 on the PlayStation 2. So I think I said that wrong. I guess PlayStation 2 is in my component one. Silent Hill. We come down to AV2. This should be our original Xbox, which we have Stubbs the Zombie. If you've never played Stubbs the Zombie, you definitely should. Great game. And now we go to TV. As you see, we have snow, just like the old days. Now we come down here, we go, alright, Super Nintendo, poo! We got Mario Paint, okay? We come down here and we got Sega Genesis, what is it, Sonic 2? Come up here. We got some, don't mind the glare, ceiling fan, wait, what? And this is all coming out of the stereo speakers. If you really wanted to give it some sound, you know. All right, we got that. Turn that off, and We have regular Nintendo. We got Mega Man, the original. It doesn't get any better than that. Mega Man. Now, if you're like, oh, you want to do it on the other TV, we come over here, and this is where I said, this is spliced over to this TV. So I could turn this one on, back up, give it a minute, and hey, it's over there now. So we got it on both TVs here, which, you know, you could play together and just keep them both going here. This TV is the only one that's going to go through these stereo speakers though. But if I wanted to, say I want to play Mega Man, but somebody else wants to, you know, they want to play Xbox 360, you know. So I can still play my retro games over here and still play, you know, Xbox One, Xbox 360 over here on this TV. So it's a pretty nifty little setup, and I will, you know, we'll turn that off, and we'll get rid of the Snow White over here. Okay, so basically 1 TV, 7 consoles, very poor lighting. And now, to keep things a little more in order, because when you're dealing with, you know, I mean, there's people that have 20 consoles, but even just 7 consoles, let alone, you know, the Kinect and another Kinect up there, and, you know, all the wires and all the stuff, I kind of separated things out of what gets used the most. So I keep my things, I don't use Wi-Fi either. So back behind, I have behind my Xbox One, that's where I have my Wi-Fi box, and I run direct into that landline with my Xbox One, and I run my 360 over to this landline. And then underneath here is where I have my modem. So I keep that all right close to the consoles so I don't have to use any Wi-Fi. I don't have to worry about that, having any interference with that. Now, I also separate with power strips, and out behind, I'm not gonna really walk behind, but out behind these consoles here, I keep my Super Nintendo and my regular Nintendo on one power strip. Then I keep my original Xbox, my PlayStation 2, and my Sega Genesis on another power strip. Just because these 3 consoles I use the least. So I like to keep that power strip always off. Now, the 2 Nintendos would probably get used more so than these down here, so I have them on their own separate. So that way, you know, if I'm just going to play some Nintendo, I just turn this power strip on. It's only these 2 consoles, and that's it. Then I have a separate power strip all to itself for just the Xbox One and the spare TV over there. That's on its own separate power strip. Then I keep the big things that need to just be on all the time because they get used all the time. My TV, my Xbox 360, my receiver, the modem back there, the Wi-Fi box. I keep all those on, like you could probably even see. Like I have this right here is my spare TV. This is actually my phone I'm using right now plugged in, and this is my Xbox One. I keep it right here. I can get right to it. That one back there is all the things that need to be plugged in and on all the time. Like I said, the Wi-Fi, the modem, the TV, the receiver, my Xbox 360. They're all right there. On the other side of this TV, on that other side, I just have 2 power strips, which I said. One of them has the two Nintendos, the Super Nintendo and the regular Nintendo, and then the other power strip does the Sega, the original Xbox, and the PlayStation 2. So I can just shut off all the systems, not just shut the system off, but I can turn the power strip right off too, so they're not running any power, and you're not going to get a surge. You know, I feel more comfortable than just having it all on one thing and everything powered on and all that kind of stuff. Now, so that's pretty much the setup. Then when it comes to this, the Daddyrawk Games channel, which is, it consists of mostly Xbox 360. I'm just been recently getting into with my Xbox One. I use this handy dandy game capture. Can you see that? Hey, there it is. All right, this little game capture right here. I'm gonna unplug my phone. Hopefully we don't lose it all. Boy, the lighting is horrible. So yeah, I use this game capture. It's super easy. It plugs in. It doesn't have a power adapter. You just go straight. If I can get to the end of this, you just plug in USB, which I go direct into my laptop. So the USB into the computer, and then on the, where is it? On the back side of this little thing, you got HDMI in, HDMI out, which I'm just using it for my 360s because you can go component AV right there, but I just use it for the Xboxes, so I do HDMI. So you would come out of your Xbox whatever, you'd come right into the game capture, HDMI in, and then another HDMI plug out and into your TV. And then this cable here just plugs right into your HDMI on your computer, and then you can get, you know, the little program here. It's free off their website, and that's the software, and you can capture right to your computer. But the big thing is they rant and rave about being able to, you can stick a little flash drive in. You don't have to use your computer or any of that. So if you wanted to just stick a flash drive in, bang, you know, then you could just press the big red button and use that. But I prefer using the computer to adjust my volumes and hit record and all that kind of good stuff. And then it has a mic in, which is where you record your commentary. This is huge when it comes to game captures. You want to make sure your game capture records commentary live while you're recording HDMI. That is very important. I just use the regular cheapo little cheap little microphone that came with it. I have a better mic, but you know what? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just having fun. And this little mic, it works. I just clip it onto my Turtle Beach headset right next to the other mic, so I have double headset, double mics, and it works great. Yeah. So, anyways, that's the Daddyrawk setup, and it's a lot of fun. I see a lot of videos of people that are very confused when it comes to setting up, you know, multiple consoles and stuff, and it's really basic. And if you have any questions, you come across this video and want to ask me anything or do anything, feel free to, you know, leave a comment and ask, and I can let you know. I've done a lot of research, and again, I know better ways to do things, but I just do what with what you have, and if the thing turns on and you can play a game, you win. You know, even if you lose at the game. So if you like the video, you like what I do, or you just, you know, want to, that little button right there, don't be afraid, click it. Daddyrawk would appreciate, and happy gaming to you all. Thanks for watching.